Food.
And on that subject of food, hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Minerals Live.
What can I say? I'm already hungry.
Big time hungry.
Always.
Because we've been working hard the last couple of weeks.
Oh my gosh, yes, so hard.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very sore.
He's sore?
Yeah. Moving cases.
Yeah.
Standing up all day long.
Yes.
Right. On concrete floors with thin carpet.
Very
Love
thin
it.
carpet.
Mm-hmm. Anyway.
And a little duct tape.
A little bit of duct tape. Well,
Electrician's tape.
Electrician's tape, yeah, with yellow stripe on it for safety. Anyway, that's our problem, not yours. We appreciate you joining us today. Today we're just going to talk a little bit about the Hardrock Summit and the Crown Plaza Show. What do they call that? The Mineral Fossil Show Fall.
Yes. Yes.
Sandra Gonzalez.
Sandra Gonzalez's show. What is it? RGMG, the name of?
Yeah, Rocky Mountain.
Yeah. RMGM.
Something.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain Gem and Mineral. That's
there
it.
you go. Fall.
RGMS.
Yeah. It was a great show.
Yeah.
Very busy. It was pleasantly busy.
Has she shown any indication of shortening the show? 9 days has been a little long, and
I am definitely on the way too long boat. I support the 5 to 7 day model. There was a lot of talk about that between the dealers. I even heard that on the retail side of the building, there was a written petition going around to shorten the show by a couple of days.
Yeah, 5 days is really enough.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to get that wish. I'm pretty sure I heard as we were packing up and leaving, and I was turning in our contract for next year, that we may see a shortening to 7 days.
7 days, okay.
But it was still a maybe.
Uh-huh.
So I make no guarantees.
So would it start on a Monday and end on a Sunday, or how would she do that?
I would hope that we would continue opening on the Friday the way that we do, because that really works. Our Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we were covered
Slammed.
up. Yes.
Right. That's good.
If anyone saw our Instagram feed from then, we posted a time lapse of us opening up for the first day. And
it's a buzz. It's a beehive.
It's something.
It was.
Yeah, I watched that.
Yeah, I don't
it
know
made me dizzy.
It made me dizzy, and I was there.
Right. Anyway, and our
Wasn't picking up people in high speed.
Right.
I know it.
And our show at the Hard Rock is a 4-day show, which actually works out really well. We have 2 days to set up, 4 days to show and tear down that night, and come back in the morning and get our cases out of there. So it works really well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Beautiful facility.
Very nice.
No, it is. The way their loading docks are connected really close. That's actually really nice because you have nothing but nice flat, long hallways to go down. So
yeah, just wish there was a little more access in there.
Oh, well, so do I. But
it's so tight getting that many dealers in and out of there in that short of a period of time.
Let's say I've been to some conventions where it would they're nightmares to get in and out of. Like that one's better than some.
Am I whining too much?
No, not at all. Because it's still not ideal.
Right. But you're being pretty quiet down there, Christopher.
I am.
This is not like you.
I know.
Are you sick today?
I'm good.
You feel free to chime in here at any time. How did you feel about that?
Well, the show was very good. I didn't get to see much of it at all.
Yeah.
It was we missed Steve very, very much, and with just the two of us there, pretty much whatever I could see from our booth was about it. I didn't get a chance to roam out much. There were some good displays out there.
Absolutely.
Got to go out to check out some of Alan Hart's videos. I walked out with a spectacular emerald and aquamarine for him to take some videos of. One of the things, when you go to the events, make sure to look around really well, because at first, it wasn't the clearest as to where things were. Sometimes when you have displays there, you don't see that there's doors on the other side to go in. But there was a lot there, and just from a casual view, you couldn't really see what all there was.
I think that's kind of normal for
really
trade
explore.
shows, though. They're always kind of a, which way was I
Maze.
going? Yes, the maze.
Yeah,
It's the maze effect.
Right.
Got to find the cheese.
Yep, absolutely. But the displays were well worth coming to look at.
They
I have
really
pictures.
were.
Yep.
Oh, good. I hope you have a picture of the gold display. I didn't even get to see that.
Actually, there were several gold displays. You want to just cut right to it? Cut to the chase?
Might as well.
Well, let's go to the most important one first. You got to put up. This is my camera phone, folks. So,
There we go.
I'm sorry, but we have the Harvard horn. and a couple pieces from the Houston Museum, the Venezuelan crystal, and the dragon, of course.
I got to hold the crystal. That thing is just amazing.
That thing is incredible.
Love it.
You can't appreciate the scale in this picture, but that thing is, what, 2 inches tall?
Yeah.
You had it in your hand?
Yeah.
It's
And just the folds on that one, the hop ring, everything, it's just outstanding. And that one was a recent sell. Wasn't it last fall that it sold
At
to
an auction?
Heritage Auctions? Yeah.
So,
It's one of the only ones. It's the only one in that case that I haven't seen in person before.
oh, okay.
I think it beat its estimates pretty well, and I still think it was a deal. It was a heck of a crystal.
It's an amazing crystal.
Yeah.
And moving on then to the Dragon's Lair at Peromo's.
Crazy.
Yeah. When this thing was in our lab and it first came in, it was just like this big rock blob. And our highly skilled lab team brought this thing to life like this. It's
Did
pretty
it take
incredible.
them quite a while?
Oh, yeah. I think Rob and Zach worked on it for 4 or 5 months.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, slowly chipping and etching and waxing and etching and removing the wax, and it's a quite involved process. And they spent like 1,000 hours between them.
Oh, wow.
Working on it.
I knew it was a lot.
Yeah,
They had to kind of customize the lab to work on that one, too, if I remember
they
correctly.
did. Yeah, they kind of blocked off a place in the saw room, put up big shields and everything so nobody could see what they were doing.
Got
Top secret rock stuff.
Got it.
Yeah. And Wayne and Donna Light put in, this is not Wayne and Donna's. This is, I'm not exactly sure who put this in, but there's certainly some minerals in here from the Spans, some Arizona collectors, and others. So I'm not exactly sure what the theme
like
was.
a
There was no
collaboration.
sign. It was a collaborative case, yes. And
Some really
some
nice
pretty
stuff.
amazing golds in here for sure.
Oh, man, that was super nice.
Yeah, the one on the top center is
That
just
one looks
incredible.
a little familiar.
Yeah, I think that was a Round Mountain out of the Proctor collection.
Uh-huh.
And this one is the Wayne and Donna Light case.
wow.
Yeah, they're
They have
California
some
golds.
Amazing
Yeah.
pieces.
Lord.
Yep. Yeah. They over the years they accumulated an incredible collection. So good for them. And of course there is the huge Ozraz nugget, which is like a meteorite of gold.
It is.
Pretty incredible. I don't know. Do you know how much that thing weighs? Anybody? No, it's heavy.
Oh, man. We were just discussing this because they also had a booth at the Crown Plaza down by us, you know, so we get along pretty well with those guys, and we were talking about how moving things around and the weight of that actually came up, and I don't remember what he said.
What he said. Gotcha. But there were some other incredible displays there because the AGTA show was there as well. Let's put a little prep there. The Sparkle and Joy of AGTA. It was a Cartier thing here. Now, you can explain to us, Christopher, how does a woman wear this thing? I mean, do they like bolt it to their scalp, or
I would think it tucks behind the ears.
does it?
It doesn't look like it.
Oh my gosh, yeah, no, it
It's
looks like it's in front of the
I would
ears.
say
That
it comes, comes down at the temples.
But that mannequin head may be a little more... Either that or it may have clips where it clips into the hair.
I would say either hair clips or that thing's getting glued to somebody's forehead.
Yeah, I think because of the weight of it, I would think, and it's so forward,
That's
center of
actually
gravity.
a style I don't have represented in my jewelry collection, nor have I ever sold one, so I'm pretty unfamiliar with those. I would guess it's the 1920s style,
Yeah,
though.
yeah, definitely
looks
looks
20s.
that era.
Uh-huh.
But,
It's pretty.
Oh gosh,
Very
it's
nice.
gorgeous. Amazing artwork at Cartier, of course.
Yeah.
And then there's a smattering of everybody has a little thing. I can name off these guys from left to right. I don't know if you can see this. If you have it exploded on your screen, it's Eddie Sakamoto, Peter Schmid, Susan and Josh Helmick, Todd Reed, and Scott Keating. Pretty amazing work that they did.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just-
Isn't the guy on the far left? He's the one who does a lot of the Somewhere in
Some
the
of
Rainbow work.
Yep,
Yeah,
he sure is.
I
He's
thought
done
he
some
seemed familiar.
spectacular pieces.
Eddie
He's the name I
Sakamoto.
was most
Yeah.
familiar with.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he did a bunch of their pieces.
Really?
Yeah, he's well.
Very
You can,
good.
you can tell he's an amazing designer.
Right. And then, of course, there's Paul Crevichet and the Dreyers, Gerd and Patrick had a display there.
Very nice.
Paula
Yeah.
does such cool work, and Patrick, just
Yeah, he's
all
kind
the
of
Dreyer work is amazing.
Sorry I don't have better pictures. Again, like Christopher was saying, we didn't have a whole lot of time, and it was not the best lighting for camera phones out there.
It never is with those. The lights really don't
don't do it justice.
And everything's always behind glass, which is always just, it's hard for any camera.
Right. And there were displays at the Hardrock Summit as well, other than jewelry. Let me go here. And here, again, it's got to be patient with me, folks. Brian and Dave did a collaborative Colorado Icons case. 2 of them, actually. This one and this one. And this one won the Best to Show.
This one did?
Yeah,
that one did? Okay.
Was it or was it the other one?
I don't know. I just heard that one of them won. I didn't realize there was 2.
I'm not 100% sure which one.
I thought it was this one.
Okay.
So, pretty amazing stuff. Maybe it was a collaborative for both cases. They just kind of grouped it all together.
Could be, yeah. The Monobach twin on that one, and that giant turquoise is amazing, and of course the classic Mount Antero aquamarine.
Yep.
You helped them get this together, didn't you, Richard?
Well, Dave is the one that put it in displays. I helped them pick out all the rocks and then put them all away. So, the grunt work.
I thought you were helping them with that.
Yeah, carrying them up and back and whatnot, all that good stuff. And Dave had the fun of putting them in the case. Yeah, setting up the display.
I see.
Yes. And several other museums were set up there. Oh, wait, no, this is not a museum. This was Dan Kyle's Ohio Mine quartz case.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, this was spectacular. Yeah, he hand collected all of these.
Those forms are
40
gorgeous.
years ago. And again, this is Ohio Mine in Ouray, Colorado.
Got it.
Down in southwestern Colorado, San Juan County. These are just amazing. And again, you can't appreciate the scale. That guy in the center, that spray in the dead center, that's a foot tall.
Jeez.
Yeah. These are just incredible.
I'm really sad I didn't get to see these, but our show had already opened. I couldn't
break away.
I couldn't come away just to enjoy the rocks. I wanted to.
Yeah,
for sure.
Well, sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. And right next to that was the Doris's case.
That's really nice too.
Beautiful Amazonites. That Bovino in there is amazing.
I like their background with all the pictures.
Yeah, very nice. Explains all the projects and everything. And of course, the Mad case. They always put in a wonderful case.
That Amazonite in the back center there was one of my favorite specimens at the entire show. That thing was just world class.
It's stellar. And again, you can't appreciate the scale. It's over a foot across. With the best tree root color Amazonites and the giant perfect smoky in the middle. It's incredible. I mean, that roto right in front of it, the Graham's pocket piece, is amazing, and that thing is overshadowing it. So, yeah. Folks, if you don't come to shows anymore, you really need to start coming to shows again.
It's where people bring out the best rocks and trot them out to show.
Yep. This is where you learn, see what's latest in the dealer's booths, and people bring out their best stuff. Fellow by the name of Phil Gregory.
Yeah.
We kind of know him around here. He duplicated the cases he put in down in Tucson so that all the folks up in Denver could see him. This was all his toenails. And then he had a Decetels winning case that he re-put in as well. Pretty spectacular.
Yes.
This one was on the main show floor. The toenails were up in the club show.
Okay. I didn't realize he was doing 2 cases. That's great.
Yeah. Did too. And of course, museums were well represented. The Rice Museum put in a nice case.
The sphericites there.
Yep. Where is it? Yep, Colorado Treasures from the Mines Museum of Earth Sciences.
The golds, yep.
And
now, I think Ed Raines did that.
He put that together?
Yeah, I'm not sure if those are actually his or not, or if those are the Mines Museums.
Oh, I'm sure they belong to the Mines Museum.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of gold in there.
Nice. There's a lot of gold in there.
Yeah, for sure. He didn't put his name on this case, but a now local collector, he lives down the highway a little bit, named Brent Lockhart, put in this case of miniatures. And there's one bigger piece in back, but these were just incredible.
Yeah. Again,
I wish I took more close-up pictures to hear you, but it's motivation for you to come to the show, folks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. And I think I covered... Nope.
Oh, yeah, what's that
one? Whose case was this? Trying to remember. Now,
great presentation.
Yeah, it's very pretty. It's the New Mexico Tech, I believe. Okay. Yes.
There's one that
the way they did the gathered sheet in the back. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
One of my absolute favorites. You didn't get a picture. If I had known, I actually have some good pictures of it myself because I took some close-ups of it. Carolyn Manchester's barite case was outstanding.
Yeah, I didn't get a picture of that one. I don't think.
One.
Was that upstairs in the club show? Or?
No, it was downstairs. It was the last. It was the last case in
the
Hardrock Summit on the right side. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, Carolyn's got an amazing collection.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wandered out onto the show floor, you might have noticed our booth.
A couple of shiny rocks.
Yeah, there's a couple of shiny rocks.
Looking good.
Again, the convention center, for all its difficulties, is an amazing place to hold a mineral show.
It's really
Getting
pretty.
in and out is hard, but once you're there and set up, it's a great spot.
Yeah.
So a lot of open space, high ceilings, good air.
light, yeah.
Yeah, everything's really good.
Nice plush carpet
In
there.
Yeah, it's
actually.
very nice. I'm sure they replace it early and often.
They
As
must,
Graham would say.
because it looks brand new.
Oh yeah. No.
But I will say, when we were moving things in and out, they're really good at putting out the that cardboard kind of paper for walking on. So.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, we had a beautiful barrel case. Lots of sparklies.
Rotos and Paribas and
Yep. Here's the Roto, the Pariba, and Wolfenites and Barites, and nice colored. A couple more steps down, we had the Star of Nagar. Again, you don't appreciate the scale. This is about almost 3 feet
monstrous.
tall. 3 feet tall.
Like, so big it's hard to pick up big.
Yeah.
What do you think that thing weighs? A good 35 pounds or something?
This guy?
oh
Yeah.
Oh no, it's more than that. It's
You
about
think?
50 or 60.
You think it's
pounds.
50?
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm not looking for it. I may take that up on my next trip.
One of your favorite ones to cart around.
Oh yeah. And then we had some beautiful tourmalines and other things in a welcoming case. So, folks, well worth the price of admissions. I think it was $9. Here's our fearless leader, Brian, in front of a case. This is actually from last year's show, but
That's a good picture.
yeah, that's why I used it again.
Yeah. No, it's a good photo.
He
You can really see into the case and still see Brian.
exactly. I think a professional photographer took this picture
They probably
last
did.
year. It
They
was a
probably
promotional shot for the show.
did. Oh, was it?
I think Christoph Keilman and Volker
Okay.
had somebody take this picture. That
Gotcha.
Mark or whatever his name was that wanders around.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing him around.
So, anyway, what guy?
That guy right there.
Oh, this guy was also seen wandering the show floor, even though he's not working for us anymore.
Oh, that's my favorite guy.
Oh, he was working hard at the show.
He
I've seen
was.
him all over the place.
He was working it.
Yeah.
He's doing private consulting now. So if you're looking for somebody to help you build a fine collection or just kind of let you know what your rocks are worth, you definitely want to get a hold of Steve.
He is the man.
He'll help you out for $200 an hour or whatever he's doing. I'm not sure. But whatever it is, he deserves it. He's a good guy. And, of course, the Crown Plaza. We were just talking about that earlier. Alan and his team were manning that venue.
Free parking and lots of it.
Lots of free parking. Good location.
Out towards the airport kind of ways.
Mhm.
So the traffic can be a little less than desirable to get out there. But like I said, free parking. And you don't have to cross any streets to get to the venue once you park.
Once you park.
Good food nearby, too.
Yeah, lots of convenient places. That's for sure. In both directions, actually.
Cool. Did you eat at the hotel?
Only once. Once. I met some customers at the bar area and had some couple drinks and some dinner there
Finger
one
food?
night.
Okay.
Yep. They actually have some pretty good food at the
The
Crown.
tacos look pretty good.
Yeah, I was about to say, someone got the shrimp tacos and I tried those. Those were delicious. I had
Nice.
a wonderful burger.
I heard the rooms are a little dated, but otherwise it's
Definitely.
conveniently to stay there.
The whole building is a little dated, let's be honest. But it's still in decent condition.
Yeah. Considering the price of admission and the ease of getting everything
$0
in and out of
to
there,
get
yeah,
in.
yeah. It's a great venue for a mineral show.
Oh, it really
Sandra
is.
does a really super job putting it on. So,
And we get a lot of dealers. I think we had 80-something dealers this time.
Oh, I thought it
Altogether?
was way more than that.
Was it? I'm
I
pretty
don't
sure it was
know.
80-something.
Okay.
fall show is usually bigger than the spring. That's for sure.
Oh, maybe I'm giving the spring number, not the fall number.
Because remember the whole front of the building too. They've got everything.
The hotel
out there.
room, the rooms
Yeah.
up front
and
and everything.
outside.
Right. Oh, are there tents now?
Yeah.
There's tents.
Yeah.
But that's only 4 vendors out there.
Okay.
The tents were present. They were
They
present.
were
tents.
present. And we do not have a presence at the Western Complex, but I understand things went well there. I think Christopher went there.
Yeah, I did like a quick little walk through there. There was definitely no empty spaces there. They had a new room that was, I guess, kind of their little stadium floor there, a little arena floor that they had. Another like 15 vendors in there.
Okay.
And then there was the Just Minerals show that I didn't make it to.
Yeah.
I heard that was pretty good, though. I think that show's starting to pick up a little steam.
There were some
what
good
I hear.
dealers there.
Yeah.
Some dealers that I've gotten some pieces from. Yeah, some good people.
Good. We'll see what happens with the schedule next year because some people were a little confused this year with things being moved up.
Yeah, it was a little odd this year. It seemed things were just slightly out of sync, if that
Right.
makes sense.
Munich getting moved up kind of squeezed the main show, the Hardrock Summit show, up a week, so everything kind of got jammed. So we'll see. I don't think the dates have been officially announced. Have you seen anything for next year,
I
Christopher?
haven't seen the official dates, but I know that
So
I think everyone is conscious of the slight
the way it got messed up
yeah,
this year.
so I'm hoping that it won't be that case.
I'm wondering because I felt that the traffic could have definitely been higher at the Hard Rock Summer as far as the vote traffic, and I was wondering if pushing it up, if you had a bunch of people that were off for Labor Day, then maybe there were people who were like, I don't want to take 2 weeks off in a row.
Yeah.
So maybe if they space between Labor Day and the show,
The
it'd be a little
traditional
better.
weekend,
Yeah.
2 weeks in between. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens next year. But hopefully, we have convinced you that next year you definitely want to come to
Oh,
us
for sure.
because that is the main thrust of the promoters for this show is that they really want to make it the destination show of the year. Kind of make Tucson a dealer show, and make this the destination show for collectors. So.
That is their goal.
And from my perspective, I think they're right.
Well, it's much easier at the Denver show to see all your fine minerals
Right.
in one area. I mean,
Right.
Tucson's great, but you're going to a lot of different shows. In
Venues.
Tucson here, you're just getting so much in one or two venues.
Yeah,
It's
you walk
amazing.
in. I know I don't have a great picture of just the whole ballroom, but inside this ballroom, there are how many dealers? I didn't see the list, but I don't know, 50 dealers.
I would say about that.
And gosh, the amount of great minerals that were in this room was staggering.
Yeah, it really was.
It was daunting, really. You could have spent days walking around, and I know several people that just took 2 or 3 days, and they said they didn't even feel like they got to see everything in this room. So just in this one room. So, with that said, we're back.
So we're going to see everything in this room?
We could. Do you want to get to sales, or do you have any other words of wisdom that you would like to share with our viewers?
Well, one of the things I did like about the show, having the Sparkle and Joy and the AGTA show over there, is, I used to be in the gem and mineral or the gem and jewelry world more.
Right.
And so I saw a lot of people crossing the aisle, and it was really
Right,
great to
yeah.
see, gemologists and jewelry dealers and gem dealers coming over to take a look at the specimens and,
Right.
seeing how much they were marveling at what was the beauty of the specimen world, since
Right.
most of what they see is they don't get to see the crystal faces, the
Right.
natural luster, things like that. So I really liked having those venues together like that.
I agree.
Have transitioned from collecting jewelry to gems to minerals, and I think it's a natural progression. So I'm hoping to see more aisle crossing in the future.
Absolutely. There were a lot of Sparkle and Joy badges looking at this case with all the barrels. And the tourmaline case, if I can get to it, I believe. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
This case
yeah.
here.
Especially second shelf far right and
star.
top shelf right off to the left of the middle.
Yeah, that Sapo piece was getting a lot
Oh my
of attention.
gosh, that thing's amazing.
It was just glowing up there.
The blue, and it is so blue that I actually had us when we got it back, I scanned it with the XRF,
Right. Enough copper?
No, not enough.
Okay.
But I think it's like somewhere around 300 or 400 parts per million for a lot of the Cuprian, or maybe even higher than that. It was like 9.
Oh, wow.
I mean, there was the tiniest little trace of
Little
copper
bit.
there, but not enough for it to even remotely be considered Cuprian.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, it's astounding.
But it is blue.
It is super blue.
Yeah, you know, people were marveling at that piece. Anyway. Alan?
I got nothing. I got nothing.
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 And as soon as we find out what the special exhibits will be for next year, we will certainly let you know. But Christoph and Volter they are working hard to bring in the best displays to get people to come. Last year with the Rotos and this year with the Golds. It was pretty incredible.
Yep.
And we didn't even really touch on the Central America. The
I was gonna say, did they get that stuff in there?
Oh,
it was a little late. That's why I didn't get pictures of it. They didn't get in there as early as they were hoping.
Yeah.
And
They ran into like size issues getting that thing in the doors,
yeah,
right?
Nemo couldn't get in there.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
They
Which
didn't
was
want
really
it, I think, on the carpet.
Right.
There were some amazing displays there. The jewelry. In fact, they're doing a auction, I believe, in December.
Okay.
Of those pieces, there was a wolf's head pin that I'm definitely going to be bidding on.
Wow.
Several gold stick pins that were like crystallized golds
Cool.
on the stick pins. One of the amazing artifacts that was from there. Did you see the shirts? There was a trunk that had a couple of shirts, and the shirts were still intact. And I think they had like the mining company logo on them or something there. So just really incredible artifacts, bottles, pocket watch cases. The movements were far beyond repair. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff they had on display there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I believe it's Hollibird Americana, or at least Fred Hollibird, if you want to Google to see what's available in that auction in December.
Yep.
Definitely want to check that out. If you're into memorabilia.
Don't bid on the wolf pin.
Don't. No. It's fake.
You've just jinxed yourself now. Now everybody's going to be waiting to bid on that wolf pin.
I like to see things do well at auctions, so I'm good with that.
Yep. So, keep it on your calendar for next September. Please make it a point to come to the Colorado Convention Center and the Crown Plaza Hotel for the Denver Gem and Mineral Show. It's well worth it.
Absolutely.
Very much so.
Denver is a far prettier place than Tucson, Arizona.
Oh, it's not even close, folks.
Folks,
Oh, yeah.
this is where you want to come to a mineral show, not Tucson, Arizona. Of course, in middle January, we're going to be
I was
talking
going to say, something tells me your tune's going to change.
Talking about people shooting themselves in the foot.
No. I'm just being your typical politician, saying what sounds good at the moment.
Oh,
So,
man.
anyway, folks, definitely come to both shows. But we love Denver. So.
Events around then too. The museum open house was really good.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Mines Museum at the Colorado School of Mines has an open house every year. They've done a lot. New floor, new gift shop, great exhibits. A lot of people from the Hardrock Summit and the shows were out there to mix and mingle.
Right.
So in addition to the exhibits, one of the things you definitely want to come out for is just the chance to meet all these folks and collectors who have put these events, these shows, these displays, and everything together. So when you come out, don't just look at the minerals. Make sure you're talking to the people who are around you while you're out there too. It's part of the joy of this whole collecting.
It's a great opportunity to network, get to know people, and frankly, I think at least a third, if not half, of this hobby is the social aspect
for sure,
and the camaraderie
it's just
that
as
you
much
develop.
a social event as it is a shopping event, for sure.
Yeah. Over the years, you'll develop great relationships with super people, and it's well worth it.
Certainly.
Yep. So, anyway, without further ado, I know Christopher's chomping at the bit.
What do we got?
He wants to sell a rock.
I like that.
Yep. First up on the docket is a pyromorphite from the Bunker Hill Mine in Shoshone County, Idaho. Look at this thing. I love it. It's a good 2-generation piece with a Yarcinian on the bottom and prismatic yellow growing on top. Super little piece. Actually, not so little at 5.5 by 9.5 by 3.5 centimeters. It's a small cabinet.
So many different colors, so many different forms from this mine. Absolutely love the hot colors. The greens are outstanding. The hoppered crystals, the botryoidal, the one over the other. Everything that you get here is just awesome.
I really like this one. The red to yellow, the contrast on that is just
right.
It's great.
And I do have to apologize to Alan that I was in such limited amount of time to put together minerals. I raided your drawers.
That's fine.
Poacher.
I am a poacher, so I know where they come from. So in the rare event that these do not sell during the show, I will put them back where they belong. I promise.
It's quite all right. It's all one inventory.
Well,
we want to share all these rocks.
We do.
I thought this one looked familiar though. Yeah. I love it though. It's got those perfect like little kind of gill-like waves in it.
Right.
Those are my favorite ones from this locality, especially when you've got the two colors.
Yep. So great piece, and I picked it because it's shippable.
It is shippable.
I
which
can
is
get this.
Not always the case with pyromorphites.
No,
they tend to be a bit delicate.
Absolutely.
Don't really like being bumped around.
Nope. But this one's good. I have no problem shipping it to you folks. Minerals Live, we do not charge for the outbound shipping. So if you think you like this, it comes to you no charge for shipping. Just the small, affordable price of $900 for this specimen today. Yep. There we go. Specimen number 1, $900.
That's a great piece.
It is.
For $900. That's a lot of pyromorphite with really fantastic color and luster.
Yep. So if you haven't got one, this is a classic North American locality. And if you're looking to build a nice North American suite, this would certainly be a good addition. And it covers kind of both of the bases with the Arsenian pyromorphite and the prismatic pyromorphite.
And your picture shows the luster a little better than I think the turntable is right now, because that piece is very, very bright.
It is.
So what was
it looks almost wet. That's how slick it is.
Yeah.
So what was
it glistens. Well, that's thanks to your lights.
Yeah, those lights are amazing. So what was the date of recovery for a lot of these pieces? I'm still looking for more from my modern classics list.
I believe it's in the early 90s.
Okay.
Yeah. Nothing came out, because you went after 2000, and I don't think anything came out of Bunker Hill after 2000. But we can give you the names of some people if you want to call to confirm that. Certainly Dave Waisman would be one of them. We can mention his name on air. The ex-Westward Look promoter. And if you haven't heard, folks, the Westward Look for 2023 was canceled. The Westward Look has been put to bed. So
great run.
It had a great run, 20 years.
Was it 20 exactly that they...
well, with the pandemic and everything, it got a little messed up.
That's right. Okay.
So, but anyway. Specimen number 2. I used the Annette Slade photos.
Okay.
And I'm not exactly sure what happened here. But when she photographed this, the blue aquamarine kind of looks purple.
But it does look a little purple.
No knock on her. She does a great job. But on this one, she got it a little purple. Maybe on her Apple monitor, it looked a little different.
Yeah, that's a pretty big difference.
Not the rare purple barrel?
It is not an apatite. Let me see how it looks on here. There we go.
A lot closer to true, that's for sure.
Yeah, so there you go. This is it on the turntable. Then this is definitely, like Alan said, closer to true color. Nice piece, nice combination. The scheelite with the barrel, and you will not believe the price. And for full disclosure, the scheelite is contacted. It does have a little contact issue near the tip with slight discoloration. That is why it is an unbelievably low price.
I tell you, I've never seen this combination before.
Rarely do you see it, especially this clean.
Yeah.
But I love this piece. Because I really like the kind of tabular looking aquamarine crystals, and this is a big aquamarine crystal. Like that's a chunk.
Yeah, great luster too.
Let me go back to the turntable because I just really like the color of it better.
Yeah, no, it's way better. This is what it actually looks like, people.
Right.
That photo needs to be redone. We'll redo that photo.
But it's a really tabular aquamarine.
This is typical for Chinese tab.
I really like these.
Yep.
I've been wanting to add one of the tab ones to my collection for a while.
Traces of cesium there, maybe.
Very possible. Very possible. And this base overall measures 5 by 7 by 5 centimeters with a 2.7 centimeter tall scheelite crystal, and the barrel itself is 6 centimeters wide.
Big boy.
Yeah,
It's big.
so it's a fat miniature or small cabinet, but it's a beautiful little
I'd
piece.
say it's very high quality.
Yep.
And it's, I don't know. I really like this piece.
I do too. And for the price we can offer it at $375,
That's cheap.
That's cheap, folks. You couldn't touch this in China for double that.
Yeah,
I think
I was about
now.
to say, you guys have a
if it
week
came out.
before that comes home with me.
Whoa, the gauntlet has been laid.
Yeah. I wasn't kidding when I said I've been looking for one of those.
Usually it's Christopher threatening to buy things out from under our customers'
Yeah.
noses, and now it's you.
I give
I was
everybody
about to say,
plenty
I
of
normally
time.
don't, because I don't add a lot of things to my collection these days, but I do want a tabular aquamarine crystal. There just aren't.
It's a nice one,
They're pretty atypical in terms of aquamarine as a whole,
right?
and I don't have one.
Yeah.
No, you're pretty safe for me right now. I'm actually, my next big purchase has got to be a Graham Sutton case
Okay.
It's time for you to get some cases to display all those rocks.
while he's in town.
Yep. Because you'll probably have to get it from the next shipment, because I think he's sold out again.
He is
Oh,
sold out.
really?
At
Yep.
the show.
He's actually sold out of everything, I think, according to him yesterday on the phone.
He is amazing help at shows, and we'll give him a little plug here. It's West Lighting. His display cases are really the kind of the it thing right now.
Yeah, they're pretty much the standard.
At a show. The lighting in them is incredible. This is one of them here. A good display, a good example. They come with all the crossbars and all the plug-in lighting on the side. It's darn near blinding.
Yeah.
So
Even
They're very
ultraviolet in some
customizable.
cases.
yeah, you can get ultraviolet plugins now if you got Franklin Minerals, Sterling Minerals, or other UV emitting minerals.
Cassiterite.
Well, no, it's the
highlight.
It's the
on
highlight,
cassiterite.
right.
We had a
are
really
really popular
nice
for me.
cassiterite with highlight display at the show.
Right.
Showed up really well.
Yep.
I got a lot of good customer feedback on the new cassitterites and with the highlight. Those were very popular.
Right.
Same
We
here.
saw,
Especially once we got out the lights and shined on them, and they're like,
Yeah.
oh, wow, they just light up.
check that out.
Sold
yeah.
more of those than anything.
Yeah. For number of pieces, they were definitely the biggest seller for sure.
Yeah.
And next was the mangoes.
Yeah.
We
Oh, okay.
got a great selection of mangoes right before the show, and sold a number of those as well.
I saw how you redid the shelf in the vault with the mangoes together. I think that looks really good.
Yep, that would be Christopher effort there.
Thanks.
I just saw that yesterday.
Here we go. We're blinking a little bit, but I think we're good. Moving on to specimen number 3. Let's kill that. And
Nice, unlike me.
If you frequent our Instagram page,
yes. This piece was on, I guess, your Instagram live show?
It was either on a live show or it was on the feed. Cause
it was on the feed.
I was about to say, because I definitely recognize this piece. I'm pretty sure I posted this exact photograph. If this was the Annette photo.
It is the Annette
Yep.
Slade photo, to give her full credit.
Then yes, I'm pretty sure I posted this last week or week before last.
Okay. Let me get to the turntable.
I have a lot of fluorite fanatics on the Instagrams.
Oh, sure. Well, who's not a fluorite fanatic?
I don't know.
Everybody loves fluorite.
I sure hope so.
Yeah.
If you don't love fluorite, don't tell me about it.
Yeah. You don't collect minerals if you don't love fluorite.
Yeah, it's a great point, Richard.
Yep. Anyway, this piece comes from Jiangxi province, the Shifang mine in China. Measures 4.2 by 7.6 by 3.5 centimeters, with the largest fluorite crystal measuring 2.7 centimeters across.
And it looks great with all of that pyrite on it. I love
It does. Looks a little brighter and more sparkly in person.
It sure does.
The lighting is great, but this, something about green,
Green's
just
always
falls
hard.
a little short with the camera.
I was about to say, it's this Logitech camera.
It
does,
is.
It does not like the
greens.
The greens and some of the blues it doesn't really like.
Right. But this piece is a vibrant green in person with the chalcopyrite sprinkled over it, and the bright white quartz is a really nice little piece.
Yeah, I love the contrast.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm a fluorite fanatic.
There you go.
I'm biased.
Exactly. And it almost qualifies as a sphere. Does it, Christopher? No. Okay. Our sphere expert has declared it is not a sphere, so sorry.
Nope.
But it is a modified dodec, I believe. Let's go to the still picture again. Beautiful little
Yeah.
still picture, and we'll flash the price up
And
there.
the still picture shows kind of how that kind of
The green
greenish glow
shows a
that it's
little bit
got.
better, yep.
Because it does glow up pretty good, especially if you get some light behind it.
Yep. Oh yeah,
it's
for
really
sure.
nice.
Get it back a little
Yeah.
bit. And at $300, this is just a screaming deal.
Yes,
Yep.
it is.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm telling you,
Because the whole thing's very intact. It's
Mhm.
really, really nice.
it is a beautiful little piece. And again, you couldn't touch this if it came out of China now.
No, you could
It's,
not.
it's pretty shocking what the internal prices in China are now for Chinese minerals.
I heard some feedback about that from Chinese folks that visit us at the Crown Plaza. They
Mhm.
they were looking at the Wutong Rotos and things in my
Mhm.
case, and were like, "How are you selling them for this?"
That cheap. Yeah. Well, we bought a pallet of them 10 years ago,
Yeah.
and that's how we can do it. Anyway,
They were amazed, and then they bought everything they could carry.
Yep.
exactly.
Was that your number one seller of the show? Was the Wuton? Or?
Overall, because we were selling wholesale material there too by the flat, so
Mhm.
these things can get a little skewed. So,
Right.
but yes, piece count wise, for sure, Wutong Roto was number one for this show. We sold probably, gosh, I don't know how many flats of Wutong Roto we went through.
Wow.
A bunch.
A
So
bunch.
many, so many that I came back to the warehouse the second day of the
remember,
show,
yeah.
filled my entire Subaru full of it, took
Uh-huh.
it back, and I barely got the stuff unstacked off of the cart before it was all gone again. Like, as I was taking them off the cart, people were just saying, "Hand me that flat, hand me that flat," and then it was gone. It's really hot right now.
Well, everybody loves Roto.
Everybody loves Roto.
I'm sure the Detroit City stuff did really well for you.
Oh,
too.
of course. Any Roto always does great. I was just
Mhm.
surprised at the velocity on the Wutong. I don't know if maybe
Gotcha.
TikTok has picked it up or something, and there's a video out there that has blown its popularity up like they do with
Right.
Moldavite and things, but
Right. Well,
the
Red-
uptick in
Reds
people
are hard to
asking
get.
specifically about Wutong Roto
Right.
has been, I don't know, noteworthy, if
Right.
nothing else.
well, with the recent discovery there and the pricing of it, they probably see ours as an incredible value, and they're buying that up.
Probably.
So, anyway, moving on to specimen number 4.
What is
4 would be a beautiful little fluorite again.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm on a fluorite kick now.
Aha, I've
Actually, I'm
infected
on
you.
a pretty miniature kick because that's what seems to do the best on this show.
Miniatures are a really popular size. They're
They are.
accessible for everyone. If you only have a little bit of room, you know,
Mhm.
you can still get several rocks in a little bit of room if you're collecting miniatures.
Exactly. This is a super little piece from Tong Bay.
Oh, I love tongue-based stuff.
Yep, yep. And this is one of the older style ones. Let me see if we can how that looks. Oh, that came out. First time I put it down, it works really good.
Wow, look at
Yep.
you, pro.
Yeah, nice dark purple octahedron with good luster. Nice translucency, a little bit of mica sprinkled across the matrix. Super little piece. Go back to the close-up picture by Annette.
Also not a sphere.
Thank you, Christopher. This one, I think I figured that out.
Okay. I'm going to write that down. Straight
Yeah, yeah.
lines equals no sphere, I
Yeah,
think, is what
that's
he's trying to tell me.
okay. Everybody's a comedian. Anyway,
Too bad we can't mute his microphone.
yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, you
it's a
can.
common mic.
That's why I
And
said
nobody
it.
will hear us. This one comes in at 4.2 by 6.3 by 3 centimeters with a 2 centimeter tall octahedron plopped right there.
Let's say I like the asymmetrical
Mm-hmm.
ness of this piece. I'm a big fan of like the sculptural asymmetric ones and
And
the
I-
isolated crystal on this
Right.
one.
I love feldspars too. The combination with the lines on the feldspar and the sharp octahedron is just really nice.
Right. And of course, this locality is best known for the spessartine garnets, but unfortunately, there are no spessartine garnets on this specimen, so it is a fine fluorite, though.
Ooh, purple and orange would be really cool together.
Oh, yeah. We might have a couple of those still in inventory,
Ugh.
those combos, so if you're looking
Maybe.
for one of those
Wow.
combos,
I'll,
we can probably
I'll,
dig one up for you.
I'll be looking for those
There
after
won't
we
be
get
many,
off
though.
of here.
Yeah. Certainly, we don't have a combo that'll come in at this price of just $650.
Definitely not.
For this sweet little miniature at $650 is a good deal. And again, no shipping. I guess that'll take us to specimen number 5.
Love these.
This thing glows too.
Mm-hmm.
And that really did a super job on this
These are
one.
beautiful.
I'll just go to the still picture. 'Cause I love this one so much. Of the 6 rocks, this may be your best pick.
Okay.
Yep. Super little piece. Do you recognize it?
I do.
Coming out of your drawer?
I do recognize this one.
This is just a little jewel.
Oh no, it is a jewel.
Yeah. Not going to work too well on that base.
I was going to feature this one on an Instagram live show.
Were you really?
I was, but I've started kind of shying away from the minerals that people could call toxic because I have too many rock lickers that watch my show, and it makes me fearful when they say I'm going to get that thing home and I'm going to lick it.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah, no. Graham Sutton tells stories about what came out of his nose after a day of collecting these things.
Yeah.
And he's fine now, so I don't know if there's any toxicity issues with these, but I don't recommend doing that.
Don't lick it.
Don't lick it. Wash your hands after playing with it. But it's fine. Beautiful little piece from the Twin Creek Mine in Humboldt County, Nevada. Specimen measures 4.5 by 6 by 3.5 centimeters. Beautiful little jewel. Crystals are measuring up to 1.5 centimeters across.
So was it arsenic that they were mining for in that mine, or what was? Because it was.
Gold.
Oh, it was gold.
It's a gold mine,
It's a
yeah.
gold mine.
Yep.
That's what I was trying to remember.
Right.
I knew it was a commercial mine of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
But I just love that this was a case where, they saw these crystals that were absolutely not what they were looking for,
Right.
but they just realized the beauty and the importance and made steps to get them preserved
Right.
for everyone.
Contacted Brian immediately and had us come in and save the pockets.
You not very often do gold miners stop for anything.
Anything. Exactly.
So
This was a rare day.
Yeah.
And definitely thank him for that because these things are beautiful.
they are.
For orpiments, I think they're some of the finest in the world.
Well, and the other thing, too, is with this much of an orange color in them, not the pure yellow, as I understand it, these are very stable for that color as well.
I wouldn't let them get a whole lot of daylight.
No.
Because they will get a little cloudy white on the surface. But if you keep them in a case that you only light every once in a while and don't blast them, they'll just be fine.
Because it would be a shame because the translucency on this specific piece, it's not quite coming through on the picture or the turntable. It's pretty top notch.
Yeah. I mean, this piece came out over 20 years ago and it still looks like this. So,
and it really is a jewel, like
Yep.
Richard said earlier. That's the best way to describe it.
Yep. And at $650, you're going to see a running theme for the last three pieces.
Right?
The last three pieces of
okay.
the show are all $650. This is a great deal. You can't beat the quality of this piece.
No, you cannot.
So
Like I said, they're so translucent. That's just, I mean, I would call that atypical for sure.
right. They're definitely usually a little more opaque and not quite as orange. It looks like candy. I can see why you'd want to like it.
I remember the first ones you bought.
Oh, yeah.
2010, was it?
It was 2010.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of sensitive to orpiment it appears. And I had gotten some of the Russian stuff, and it was really friable and got dust all over me, and my arms broke out real bad and a red rash. It was not the funnest.
That will not happen with
No,
this piece.
totally different material. Totally different material.
This is not toxic.
Flaky and platy, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, no, the stuff that it was, like I said, it was the Russian, like, very thin, waferish stuff. I mean, like, it was just flaking off, and, like, it got powderized and on me.
Gotcha. Well,
and my skin didn't like it.
It didn't.
But I'm sensitive.
I mean, I didn't tell you what you were handling either, did he?
No, we did not.
Gotcha. Full disclosure.
Yeah. So I actually don't know if it was. It could have been one of the 25 other things I handled that day.
Oh, that's true.
It just got blamed on that.
You were pretty handsy that day. That's all there is to it.
Very. I just can't help myself.
Yep. You want to play with these things.
Who wouldn't?
Yep. And speaking of Wutong Roto, coming in the number 6 slot,
Nice.
which is typical, is a rhodochrosite. But this time it's from the Wutong mine.
It's a good one, too.
It is.
I like this one. It's got a really, really big, like, flattened rom kind of together. And I don't know. I like the pyrite association.
I agree.
It sets it off.
And that took a picture of it in a rather interesting perspective.
Yeah,
but,
I think I probably would have turned it a different way.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah.
People get the idea, especially when you can show it on a turntable like this. You get the 360 effect. This is a really super piece.
You could see the luster as it went across. I'm glad you could because it is a very lustrous piece.
Right. You get the full the full complement with the matrix and a couple of interlocking crystals. The whole thing measures 5.2 by 7 by 4.7 centimeters, with the largest roto-ROM being 4.2 centimeters across.
It's pretty big.
It's a big one. Let it spin around.
Great contrast. I love the contrast with the pirate.
Indeed. Any observations you'd like to make, Christopher?
Just, I love the way that those bladed terminations look on these. Just absolutely wonderful.
Yep.
Although this one looks like it's almost like a transitional form between the ROMs that you saw in the higher parts of the mine and the really flattened ones that you saw, a little bit lower down. So maybe a little bit of a mid-level there, and kind of best of both worlds.
Exactly. And the sparkle of the other minerals in the complement.
What's the?
I believe it's
crystal?
Valor. The what?
This one right there.
Oh, I think it's just matrix.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Just a chunk of a wall rock. But it adds a nice contrast.
Yeah, no, it does. It looks really good in there.
Yep. And again, at 7 centimeters wide with a 4.2 centimeter crystal, it's a nice piece. And as I mentioned earlier, the last 3 specimens are all the same price.
$650 for that much roto. That's a lot of roto.
Yeah.
Less than 100 a centimeter.
Yeah.
Less than 100 centimeter. You got it, man. I tell you. He prices things by the centimeter.
Actually, the rainbow fluorites from the Bergmanisch Gluck mine.
Okay.
It's funny. Almost all of them wound up pricing out when I bought them at about 100 a centimeter in the second largest dimension. So there are some that I do kind of value.
Well, the size does matter, folks. So definitely, when we're trimming rocks and back, we do everything we can to leave them as big as possible. To make them as most impactful as they can be. But it's $650. This is a super piece.
Yes, it is.
I would venture to guess this probably would have sold out at the Crown Plaza.
Oh, it definitely would have sold out at the Crown Plaza. So everyone seeing it today is lucky that it did not get packed.
That's right. So here's your opportunity, and we really appreciate your watching Minerals Live.
Sure.
We'll give a shameless plug to
the Instagram channel?
These things, the Collector's Edge Minerals, all one word, no dots or underscores.
Correct.
On Instagram. We'll get you to Instagram, and
you can see all the wonderful content that we post there every single day. We make at least one post, usually up to 3 or 4. If you want to join us tomorrow around 4 p.m. Mountain Time, we're going to do a live show. You can see the different format, which is slightly different than what we're doing here today. It's mostly rocks in my hands in that one.
Right.
And really bad puns that I'm not responsible for on Fridays. Because I'm responsible for a lot of them, but not the ones on Fridays.
No, that's true. Those are
Tune in to find out what they're talking about, folks.
They're pretty funny.
Yeah.
They are.
Anyway, and you also do another thing on a channel. I saw you last night queuing up for your time slot.
Oh yes, we also have a monthly show in the COVID Home Gym Show group, which is a part of Facebook. If you're not part of that group and you're in the hobby, you probably should be, because that's a pretty strong community group.
It really is.
Lots of information, not just dealers like me trying to sell you rocks. There are all kinds of people posting there, from collectors to self-collectors to miners to Graham Sutton talking about lighting and how you should light minerals.
Right.
It's a community.
Sundays are really good days. Sundays are always content.
They call that self-collected Sunday, and everybody talks about, they upload their pictures of them self-collecting minerals and things like that. It's very interactive.
There you go.
So it's a great place to go if you have questions about stuff.
And what's the URL to get to that?
You would just go to Facebook, and then you would search COVID Home Gym Show.
Okay.
And it'll be the first thing that pops up.
Awesome.
Mr. Raymond Hall runs that group. He does a great job of it.
Does a lot of promoting over at Mineral City as well.
Awesome.
And so, we have a show on there next Thursday at 7 p.m. our time. So it would be 9 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
Saw Ray out at the Hardrock Summit.
Yeah,
Nice.
he came by and saw us at the Crown.
Very nice. Yeah, so we come at you in many different medias.
Yeah, we're on TikTok, we're on Instagram, we're on Facebook,
YouTube.
All of you probably have figured out our email addresses by now, because they're just our names at collectorsedge.com.
Right.
Yep. And if you want to see these as soon as they come out, you can like, subscribe, and ring the little bell there, and you'll get notified as soon as we put up new Minerals Lives.
Ding, 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 ding. Anyway.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Be doing next month, look out for some content on another channel too, gemstones.com on YouTube.
There you go.
We've done some really good videos with Jewelry Television and gemstones.com over there, and I'll be doing some videos on these modern classics I was talking about. We're going to do a video while I'm there as well, so doesn't hurt to subscribe to content over there as well.
Very good. We've rambled on probably long enough today, so we'll leave our road trip descriptions for next week.
Ooh.
We'll come at you again for at least one more episode of Minerals Live before Christopher hits the dusty trail.
Yep.
I'm going to be right on his tail, so from about the first week of October till Thanksgiving, there might be another hiatus in Minerals Live.
Yep.
We'll get it figured out. If you see anything you like on this show, it's minerals@collectorsedge.com or richard@collectorsedge.com, or just dial us up 303-I'm 918-5112, or call the office 303-278-9724 and just pick an extension. We'll answer.
Somebody will answer.
Yeah. Right. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Anybody else have any parting shots they'd like to?
No, I think I got it all in.
You got it all in? Really? Wow.
Just get that She-Light before he does.
Exactly.
Hey, I gave a realistic time frame. If you can't decide in a week, then it was meant to come home with me.
Too
There you
bad,
go.
so sad. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you next week on another edition of Minerals Live.